Hi friends, happy Thursday! It's another Throw It Out Thursday edition, so I hope everyone is ready to kick their chemicals to the curb, because that is the only place they belong. They don't belong in your kitchen, they don't belong in your bathroom, they don't belong in your purse, they don't belong anywhere. Hi guys, happy Thursday! This is part 4 of my Fresh Face Essentials mini-series, so I hope that if you missed any of them previously that we've done over the last couple weeks, you can pop into my YouTube archive, or you can pop into my recent little button there on my Periscope profile page. So I am so excited to see you guys. Thank you! It is Amazing Essentials right here, you know? So we gotta represent to the full extent. I have lots of information to share tonight, so I'm going to try to talk fast. If you miss anything, then I hope that you will catch the replay. You can catch the replay on YouTube. You can catch the replay, like I said, on my Periscope profile page. You can just click Recents, and you'll be able to find everything there. Is everyone able to hear me? Can you hear me? If you can, put up a 1. Someone commented that they couldn't hear, so I want to be sure that you can hear. Okay, great. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So if you'd like to swipe to the right or up, depending on what kind of phone you have, you can do that to share this with your followers and your friends on social media, and I would love that. There's lots of great information, and I'm sure your friends and followers would love that too. And you can tap the screen as many times as you want, just to let me know that you're enjoying this and finding it informative and fun. And you can even tap the screen while you're watching the replay as well. So my name is Hillary LeMay. For those of you that might be new to my Periscope channel, thank you so much for joining us. I am an essential oil educator and leader with doTERRA International, and that just means I love sharing with my global oil team all over the world, wherever they are, and with you as well, how easy it is to live this essential life. And it's one thing to make posts on Instagram and Facebook, but it's another when I'm bringing these things to life and you can see me in my living room exactly how easy and simple these things are. And so I just really love being able to share this with you. Lauren, oh, that just means you're a super fan. So that just means you watch my Periscopes more than other people if you have a little flame there. But it is, you know, a time where we're prioritizing our wellness and we're being a label reading gangster. And when I say that, if you're new to my channel, that just means that we're getting more familiar with what chemicals are on the labels and what things to stay away from and what things we don't want to bring into our home, the things that we don't want to be breathing in and sharing with our family and friends. And so these are, every week we're just putting pieces of the wellness pyramid puzzle together, piece by piece, one oil at a time, one drop at a time, one issue at a time. So yes, I love Periscope. It is so much fun. And if you feel inclined, you can put in the comments, let me know where you're watching. I'm in Northern Virginia, and I love connecting with everyone all over the place, wherever you are. I hope you're comfortable with your jammies on as well. But these recipes are just so fun. They're affordable. They're simple. And so hopefully from watching these demos, you will feel empowered to make these things and try them. And by all means, I love when you share my recipes. I love when you make these. Please tag me on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to see what you are doing to make them your own, because this is all about you. This is about your wellness, your lifestyle, your family and friends, and being able to show them as well and the things that you like. So if I use an oil that you don't like, then by all means, please use an oil that you do like, because this is for you. And I want you to feel empowered that you can use these oils to help your life. So this is, like I said, our 4th edition of the Fresh Face Essential series. And that includes our shampoo routine. And I know what you guys are thinking, well, this is about the face, why are we talking about the hair? But oh yay, Becky, I'm so glad you made it, holla! So, but a lot of my oilers come to me for help with maybe their teenagers have problem skin, they have breakouts, and the first thing, you know, not teenagers aren't the only ones that suffer from breakouts. No matter what age you are, you can also have irritated skin, and your skin might not be acting the way that you want it to, and so there's lots of ways that we can support that. And so the first thing I ask is, number 1, what is your hair routine? What is your shampoo and conditioner routine? The other question is, what is your laundry detergent routine involve? Are these products filled with parabens and synthetics and perfumes and fragrances? If they smell perfumey and fragrant, chances are they are filled with synthetics. And so when you think about sweating, the sweat goes on your forehead when you're working out or walking or working in the yard or doing anything, and then it goes down your face, and then it settles in this area and on your chin. And so if you think about where you are most prone to breakouts, it's your forehead area, the side of your face, and your chin. And that's where those oils are settling, those products are settling. And when you're laying on your pillow at night and turning, and you might be sweating in the middle of the night if you're, you know, cozy and bundled up or whatever, and you might not realize it, and all those products that are in your hair when your scalp is sweating, it's going down into your skin and it's clogging your pores. So those chemical residues that are coming from your hair washing routine are clogging your pores, and so we're going to work on that. So also, if you think about it, 6 to 8 hours in a perfect world, hopefully you're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but and your kiddos are getting 12 or 13 hours of sleep depending on their age. You can see why that the shampoo routine and the laundry detergent routine have so much impact on the health and look of your skin. So tonight we're going to do a shampoo for guys and girls. We're going to do one for girls and one for guys. Now certainly you can make your own unisex versions. I just like these combos for girls and I like these combos for guys, but again, these are just my recipes. Tweak them, the method is the same, but tweak the oils to your liking. And then we're going to do a raw apple cider vinegar hair conditioning rinse treatment, and then we're going to do a deep conditioner hair mask for dry and coarse hair. So the raw apple cider vinegar rinse is going to be a conditioner for normal to oily hair, and then the deep conditioning mask is going to be for normal to dry and coarse hair. So the recipe for the deep hair conditioner is from this beautiful essential oil uses blog book that came out in 2013. So if any of my old school oilers are with me there and have this book, it's in there. But I saw that recipe and I've been wanting to make it for a very long time, and when I did, I loved it, and I thought I must share this with the Periscope community because I know you guys will really love it. So before I start with my demos, I wanted to go into some little tips and suggestions on how you can manage your hair routine, and also with some tips and tricks on understanding why raw apple cider vinegar is so beneficial for you. Now, when I talk about the hair routine, it's really important that you are acknowledging how often that you are washing your hair. Oh, thank you so much, Jackie. Yes, these are amazing essentials, y'all, so we got to represent, right? So some tips for how you can stretch your time between washings is really important. So for me in the winter months, I like to use the curling wand and use maybe some smoother styles. When I wear my hair down and curly, naturally curly, I need to wash it every day because the curl pattern just gets flattened out when I'm sleeping, or whatever life brings at me, it's gonna kind of get messed up. So using the curling wand in the colder months, I can get, I can wash my hair maybe 2 to 3 times a week. But how do I make it in between there? Well, you can, and also the reason that it's not so good to wash your hair every day is because washing your hair every day is going to strip your scalp of the natural oils that your scalp is producing just because, and so we don't want to do that. But you can use dry shampoo, and I have a Periscope hashtag. There's a Periscope for that. There's a Periscope for that on my YouTube channel. Just type in keyword Hillary LeMay in the YouTube website, and you can see how to make the dry shampoo for dark hair and for light hair. So dry shampoo is a really simple one. You just take an old makeup brush or whatever you have, even a paintbrush, and you just dab it along your roots and flip your head upside down and kind of dab it wherever the oily parts are of your scalp, and you just kind of shake your hair out and you can comb through it, and it helps absorb that extra oil in your scalp. So other things you can do: braided hairstyles, tie your hair back like this, ponytails, sock buns, any number of things. You can look on YouTube for lots of great hairstyles and you can practice. Maybe have your friends come over and have like a braided hair tutorial night where you look on YouTube and see if you can, make some of these hairstyles. But just trying also not to touch your hair so much, because when you're touching your hair, all that oil and grease from your hands and from whatever you might be doing, especially if you're doing oil blends and things, you might have some oil residue on your hands, and that's going to get into your hair and going to kind of weigh it down. Also, another tip and trick: if you're using my hair serum, try to use the serum on the bottom half of your hair. Don't use the serum on your scalp and this area up here, because that part is going to be more greasy because it's closer to your scalp. So those are just some techniques that can kind of help you get more days between washings, because like I said, you really want to be washing your hair 2 to 3 times a week. So and I work out every day, so I want to make sure that my hair is still fresh and everything, so I'll take showers or baths the days that I'm not washing my hair, but I'll use dry shampoo and I'll use my essential oils and I can freshen that up. You can even make some refresher sprays for your hair, but hopefully these tips and tricks will help you, where you can eliminate chemicals. You can do these things for very inexpensively and very simply, and it's fun. You can include your friends, have a blast. So if you just joined, we're talking all about fresh face essentials, and that means making sure that our hair routine is on point, that the things that we're using in our hair, as well as the laundry detergent that we're using is safe and clean. We don't want those chemicals from our hair products when we're sweating seeping down into our pores, affecting the way our chin and side of our face and our forehead. That's where a lot of us are getting breakouts. So Now I want to also talk to you about why we're going to use raw apple cider vinegar. Now if you can see all that awesome sediment at the bottom of the bottle, see all that? It's like cloudy and awesome. That's the good stuff. That's called mother, and that mother is all the nutrients and enzymes at the bottom of the raw apple cider vinegar, and it's so fantastic for you. So raw apple cider vinegar is unpasteurized, and it is cloudy, and that sentiment that you see is all the great good stuff that you want. So the clear apple cider vinegar that you might be familiar with, that's not going to have the properties that you want to be therapeutic and valuable to you in the health and wellness realm. So if you're using apple cider vinegar merely for flavoring dishes and making sauces and things, it's totally up to you. You can use whatever you want. But I like to use the raw, unfiltered, organic apple cider vinegar because it's just fantastical. So this is the material that contains all that good bacteria and the enzymes that helps it to be therapeutic. And the clear vinegar is heated and distilled and clarified, which means all the good stuff is gone. So we want to make sure that all the good stuff is left over. And apple cider vinegar also is able to naturally restore the scalp's natural pH, so balancing that scalp. So if you're getting really flaky, dry, irritated, itchy scalp in the winter time, in the summertime, whenever, then apple cider vinegar, the conditioning rinse that I'm going to show you tonight, is going to be your best friend. It's going to be your jam. You can get this anywhere. You can get it from most grocery stores nowadays. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from the vitamin shop. You can get it from lots of places. So it is just a fantastic ingredient, and I really hope that you will try this in your recipes. It's packed with nutrients. It helps detangle and reduce frizz in the hair, which is really amazing. It's the cuticle area is the outside layer of the hair, and that covers the hair shaft, and that is what protects your hair. It's like the bark of a tree. The tree bark protects the tree, right? And so apple cider vinegar helps smooth the cuticle, so when light shines on your hair, it looks nice and smooth and shiny and all of that. And so again, because it has all those amazing therapeutic properties, it's going to increase the shine. So when the cuticle is in good shape and smooth, it is going to lay flat. So if you get frizzy hair, hello, curly hair, where my curl squad at, right? All the curly girls know that frizz is just really hard to manage. And when your hair is frizzy, it's because the cuticle is broken. The cuticle is not healthy. The cuticle has lost the natural pH from the skin, from the scalp, and then beyond. So that's why most of the time when we see frizz, it's like a halo around the scalp area, like around the crown. And that's because your scalp's pH is off balance. So hopefully, again, I'm just sharing all these little facts and tips with you for you to understand why apple cider vinegar is so valuable for you. And so also apple cider vinegar is going to decrease the buildup. So when you're using those shampoos and products and gels and sprays, it's going to really make your hair limp and lifeless and cloudy looking, and it's going to cleanse the hair from the hair shaft, and it's going to clarify the hair, clarify the scalp without chemicals and without harshness. So a lot of those chemicals are actually doing more harm than good, because not only are they stripping the pH and the oils from your scalp, they're not only really, it's imbalancing the pH. So the pH is off and your scalp is full of residue and it's laying on your pillow, it's clogging your pores, it's a disaster. It's also going to add body and life and definition to your curls. So again, for all my Curl Squad girls out there, even if your hair is not super curly, even if you have a little bit of wave to your hair, the apple cider vinegar rinse that we're gonna do is going to really define those curls better, because the hair follicles are going to be smooth and beautiful, and it's gonna be amazing. Your hair, it's gonna rock your world, especially in the summertime if we're going to the pool and the beach and we're washing our hair more often, like especially if you're in the chlorine, you wanna wash your hair after that. You definitely don't want the chlorine on your pillow either. So, and also it's going to stimulate the scalp. So the apple cider vinegar is like a tonic, and it's going to promote blood circulation in the capillaries that irrigate your scalp. So we want to do that. We want to increase blood flow, which is also going to increase the ability for your hair follicles to grow and stimulate hair growth. So if you're having hair loss or any issues like that, if you just had a baby, bought and paid for curls, I don't know about that. but probably. But really, if you are pregnant or nursing or you just had a baby, all those hormonal shifts are going to change. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that I mentioned before how about 3 to 6 months after Olivia was born, I lost about half my hair because I was breastfeeding. I was overproducing breast milk, so I was really losing a lot of my minerals each day. And it was just crazy town, USA. So because of that, all those hormonal changes and rapid weight loss, and when you're nursing and all those things, it really affects your hair. And your hair will grow back, and most of the time it will grow back thicker. In my case, it did grow back thicker because I was doing all my lifelong vitality vitamins, and I was really upping my game with my bone nutrient supplements and all those things, probiotics and things like that. But you definitely want to be able to use apple cider vinegar and feel confident that you know what you're doing with it and why it's helping your hair. So it's also going to decrease dandruff because the natural properties are going to kill the bacteria and fungus, which is causing dandruff and those other scalp sensitivity issues like dermatitis and all that stuff without a prescription. You don't need a prescription for your hair scalp. You can use apple cider vinegar. It's amazing. Yes, there are so many, thank you, Dr. Laura, there are just so many amazing properties to apple cider vinegar, the raw kind with this amazing sediment underneath called mother. And if you see that when I shake it up, you can see all that swirling and cloudiness. That is what you want. That is the good stuff. So hopefully that helps you understand apple cider vinegar. I definitely recommend that you continue to do your own research about it and use, find other ways in your wellness pyramid that you can incorporate apple cider vinegar, because it is just such a great way to maintain your mane and a beautiful skin, right? So we're going to get into our demos now that I've chatted way too long. So our first demo is going to be all about our shampoo. So for our shampoo, first we're going to do our ladies version, and this is just my preference. This is rosemary and peppermint that we're going to use, and this is a foaming bottle that you can get on Amazon or any place that you buy little foaming, foamers or all of your oil supplies. But what's really important at the bottom, when you see the little recycling thing, you can't see it because it's a little too bright, but it says PET, that's pet grade. That means that this plastic is safe for you to use with citrus essential oils. And what's important to know about using and blending oils is that plastic will break down when you store citrus oils in it. So if you decide to use a citrus oil for your shampoo blend, just be sure that you use a foaming pump. If you're going to use plastic, make sure that you're using one that is pet grade, PET. So for this, what we are going to do is add, absolutely, and also because glass, you might not feel comfortable using glass in your shower. If you drop it or with slippery hands, you really might want a plastic bottle. Oh, and speaking of nails, well, because I just looked at them, in case y'all want to know, tonight's Zoya is Belinda, because I get a lot of private messages and questions about the nail polish. This is non-toxic Zoya nail polish. It's professional grade. It lasts forever and ever. You can get it at Ulta or Zoya.com. I love it. It is my favorite because it's non-toxic and it doesn't have all those nasty chemicals. So anyway, there you can see my nail polish, but this is the shampoo foamer that we're going to use. And for this recipe, it is super duper simple. First, we're going to add our oils, and again, I'm using peppermint and rosemary. Yes, we're turning the world purple one drop at a time. So our nails have to match, right? So we're going to do 10 drops of each, 10 drops of peppermint and 10 drops of rosemary. And again, I just love this combo so much. It's fresh, it's amazing, I love it, and it just makes my scalp feel clean. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 drops of our peppermint and 10 drops of our rosemary. And another reason I love these dropper tops, it is amazing, right? Yes, have to make sure the hair is not hiding the shirt tonight. And another reason I love using the dropper tops is because you can really be precise with how much oil you're using, so you're not going to use too much, and I just really love that because these oils are distilled with so much pride. doTERRA really prides itself on supporting all of these third world countries and giving back to the community with the co-impact sourcing initiatives, and it just really makes me so proud to use these oils with pride, but I don't waste them. And so again, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I really err on the side of conservative when we're talking about oil drop counts for things and rollers and things, and I'm always trying to bring you guys great ways that you can conserve your oils, because there are women in Nepal hiking up these really high elevations with these little slippers on their feet with huge baskets of wintergreen leaves going up and down these mountains every single day, bringing these beautiful plants to us, that it's really important not to waste them. It's not just, oh, here, toss 20 or 30 drops in a recipe, or oh, 40 or 50 drops in a roller ball. It's just really important that you revere the oils the way that they were meant to be revered. And so I just hope that you will take that away when you watch my recipes and watch my demos and things, that this is what works for me. I like less oil. I find less is so much more when you're using the most potent oils. I can only speak to doTERRA because that's obviously the only oils that I will use for my family. So then all we're going to do is add about a third of the bottle filled with water. And I'm going to use my funnel so I don't spill a lot. Yeah, you just really don't need a lot. It's just wasteful. We're going to do about a third of water. There we go, just like right down to the bottom of the label there. And then we're going to fill it up the rest of the way with Castile soap. And this is just a really great base soap. It's a base that you can use for anything, for your bath gel. Yeah, tap water's fine. For your bath gel, for your hand soap in your kitchen, for your shampoo, it's all the same, and it's amazing, and it's so versatile. We're going to just fill this with Castile soap. And this is just Dr. Bronner's unscented. Just fill it up all the way, give a little room so that you can put the pumper back in, the little foamer. And if you don't have a foamer, you can use, I got this in a set of like 6 or 8. It was super duper cheap. Yeah, Castile soap for everything. And you can get a set of funnels on Amazon for super cheap. I mean, I'm an Amazon Prime girl all the way. Get our groceries from Amazon. We get our oiling, you know, paraphernalia from Amazon. We love it. And that's it. And you just foam this in your hands and you use it like you do normal shampoo. Less is more. It's so simple and it's gonna smell amazing. So that's rosemary and peppermint, 10 drops each. Fill it 1/3 of the way with water, the rest of the way with the Castile soap, and boom, you've got your own shampoo. You can make any combination that you want. And now for the guys version, because we don't want to leave out the guys, we're doing a manly man version. So we're gonna use spikenard, cypress, cedarwood, and melaleuca. Hi, Mal. All right, so for this, we are gonna do 5 drops of spikenard. And spikenard is just really fun to say. Can you say it with me 5 times? Spikenard, 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 spikenard. It's really fun. You should try it. I hope you are. Bro-Terra shampoo, doTERRA. No apple cider vinegar in the shampoo. Nope, you just gotta wait for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're gonna do 10 drops of cedarwood. So Becky, the reason that we're not using the apple cider vinegar in the shampoo is because apple cider vinegar is actually a conditioner. So it's going to condition and shine your hair. So it's gonna be the last step, not the first step. So it's really important that it's left on your hair. Yeah, you're just getting ahead of me. And then we're gonna add 5 drops of cedarwood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would never lead you astray, I promise. Yes. And then cypress. Where's my cypress? We're gonna add 10 drops of cypress. I love this oil. It is like so just amazing and so earthy. I'm really drawn to the earthy oils. You know, I don't know, maybe because I need my feet on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cypress. And melaleuca. Melaleuca is just fun to say. If you're new to oils, melaleuca is just a Latin word for tea tree oil, the Latin name for tea tree oil. But our Canadian oilers like Tanny and Lisa, if you're watching, y'all's just says tea tree, which is kind of fun. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ta-da! Okay, there's our oils. So we did spikenard and cedarwood and melaleuca. It's just so earthy and masculine and awesome. If you're not familiar with spikenard, it's one of our newer oils. And if you like Arbor Vitae, you're really gonna like spikenard. It's very earthy. When you add it to other oils, it kind of takes off a little of the edge. Try it first, you know, try it in a small batch in a little bottle and see if you like it. There we go. So we've got our oils, and then we're gonna do about a 1/3 of the way full with just regular tap water. There we go. Boom. Done. And then just fill her up with Castile soap. This is Dr. Bronner's liquid Castile soap, and this is just a soap base that we use for everything from dish soap to bath gel, all those great things. It's just so versatile and handy. And just fill this all the way up to the top, but leave a little space for your pumper. And I just like the foam because I think what people don't realize is that even when you're making your own, you can still get that foam and like that, you know, kind of like just the bubbly feel that you want to get from regular shampoos. You want it to, you know, kind of just bubble up a little bit. And so that will allow you to do that. So this is the guy's version. So in No Time Flat, we've made hers and his shampoo. This would be a great, yeah, lather. Thank you so much. I could not think of the word. Thank y'all so much. You're the bomb. Lather, that's the word I was looking for, lather. So the lather is what you're looking for. And when you're using the pumper, it is gonna give you a lovely lather. It's gonna be an amazing lather, I think, yes. I don't like the scent of Castle soap. You do not want to use anything with scent because unfortunately it goes back to the main principle of what we're doing. You just don't want to use anything with fragrance because it's not real, it's synthetic, and especially when they're producing it in bulk, you just don't know the quality of the oils that they're using to, I know, sorry Jen. Yeah, it's fake. Yeah, so there's our shampoo. So what you're gonna do is 3 days a week, you're gonna do your shampoo, and you're gonna be good to go. Now, next we are gonna do our raw apple cider vinegar conditioning rinse. And this is gonna be a clarifying and conditioning treatment. So there are several ways that you can go about doing this. You can make it in a little bottle like this, like a pour bottle. You can get this at the dollar store even, and some people like to put the rinse that way. I prefer to use it like a detangling after spray. So it's gonna be a little bit challenging because you're gonna have to adjust to a new normal, a new routine. You're gonna use the rinse 3 times a week, so 2 to 3 times a week. You're gonna use it every time that you shampoo. It's gonna replace your conditioner. So again, you can scale this to your hair. I have a lot of hair and my hair is thick and curly and coarse. But if you, well, it's not really coarse anymore. I guess it's pretty soft. But if you are going to, it just really depends. I would say try my recipe, and if it's not going to be conditioning enough for you, you can add a little more apple cider vinegar, you can add a little less. Just try as a baseline, like make a little, scale it down a little bit and make a small amount and try that and see how you like it. But I like to use this as a detangler, as a leave-in conditioning treatment. So we are just gonna start with our basic spray bottle. The apple cider vinegar spray, the apple cider vinegar smell does not linger once it's dry. So when it's wet, you will smell vinegar, and when it's dry, you will not. And again, I do love the doTERRA shampoo and conditioner, but I love giving you guys options. If you ran out, if you don't have any, if you are gluten sensitive, because there are some gluten derivatives in the shampoo and conditioner, so you wanna be very careful if you have celiac disease. I really try to give people alternatives. So again, if you don't want to buy the doTERRA shampoo and conditioner, or maybe you don't like the smell of it, the shampoo, I love the shampoo. It smells like an orange Tic Tac, and I love the conditioner. It smells like lemongrass and a spa day. But just like we did our doTERRA dupes, we made our own clay mask, we made our own body scrub. I love bringing you guys options on how you can make it your own from scratch. If you have a sensitivity to, maybe you don't like one of the oils in those blends, then you have options. Yeah, I love the doTERRA products, but I like giving you guys choices. It's really nice to have choices, and then you as the consumer can decide what you want. So we're just gonna use a spray bottle, options for everyone, exactly. And then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of our raw apple cider vinegar. And this is just so good. And I'm gonna stir it up a little bit, just mix this up to get all that awesome mother and the nutrients and enzymes at the bottom. And I'm gonna use our funnel, handy dandy. If you don't have a funnel, I totally recommend it. It's gonna change your world because you're gonna love it. So 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And then we're gonna add our oils. Now, I like to use the same oils that I'm using in my shampoo because I find that it really just connects with the smell, and it's just gonna really be, cohesive. If you're using rosemary and peppermint in your shampoo, and then you're using, 30 other different oils in your conditioning spray, it's just gonna really not be a complement to each other. So I like to use the same oils, and that's just my personal preference. And so we're gonna add 10 drops of peppermint. And 10 drops of rosemary. I love rosemary, it's such a good focus oil. Yes, absolutely. You don't really want to use lemon on your hair because if you're going out in the sun, lemon can bleach your hair and make your hair lighter. So if that's not what you want, then you might not want to use lemon. I don't use citrus for this, but you totally can. And you're not going to be using a ton. So I mean, again, it's a total preference. Yeah, a natural highlighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. And then we are gonna top it with good old water. So we'll finish up this one, and then I have another bottle of water handy. We'll just fill this up with water. This is our apple cider vinegar clarifying conditioning spray. You can make it in a squirt bottle. Like I said, you can just use a squirt bottle if you want, but and that's what a lot of people are used to, but I like this way because I think this is just more sustainable. It's easier. It's one less step in the shower because you're not doing a conditioner, you're just using this as a conditioner. All right, we are there. We're there, we've arrived. So what you're gonna do is just shake this up. Oh, yay. So you're gonna shake this up, and after you shampoo and towel your hair, so it's not dripping wet, you wanna towel dry your hair, squeeze it out really nicely, and then you're gonna spray this like you would a leave-in conditioning detangler, because that's what it is. And we wanna get used to different habits. So we're kicking chemicals to the curb, we are we're doing our fitness, we're cleaning up our diet, we're just kicking toxic and negative people out of our lives, and that means just changing our habits. And so I would definitely encourage that you try this maybe for a week or two and see how you feel. So you're just going to spray your hair down when it's wet and towel dried, and then you're going to take a wide tooth comb or whatever you do to style your hair when it's wet, or you can dry it like normal, whatever. Just go through your hair with a wide tooth comb. I'm a curly girl, so I really like to use a wide tooth comb. I don't use a brush because that would damage my hair with the curls. Yeah, like I said earlier, Jen, once it dries, you don't smell the vinegar. When it's still drying and it's wet, you do smell the vinegar. But you can add more oils if you like. I personally don't mind. I love it because I love how soft it makes my hair. And so the smell is going to evaporate, and it's going to condition your hair, and your hair is going to feel really soft. And again, you can look at Google and you can look at lots of other recipes and scale it to your liking, but I find that this is a great blend for me and my hair, but everyone's hair is different. I just love the rosemary and peppermint together. It's invigorating. It is just like, it wakes up your scalp, because rosemary is a focus oil. It's going to just center you and make you feel great. Peppermint is oxygenating, and it's going to open up your cells, and your scalp is just going to feel really fresh and clean. If you use products to style your hair, can you use them right after this? Yeah, it's up to you. I would just try it. Yeah, this is a glass bottle. You always want to use glass bottles or pet grade plastic bottles, like I mentioned earlier. You just want to look at the bottom where the little recycling triangle is on the bottom of your products if they're plastic. And if you're going to be using essential oils, especially citrus, you want to store them in pet grade plastic. So you just want to make sure that you're storing all your awesome creations in the proper bottles. And then my last recipe, we are going to make that deep conditioning hair mask. So again, just to recap, the apple cider vinegar conditioning treatment, which is going to be a leave-in conditioner. So you're not going to condition. You're going to do your shampoo like you normally do when, 3 times a week you're going to shampoo your hair. And then you're going to get out, towel dry it, and then you're going to do your apple cider vinegar conditioner rinse. So think of this like your conditioner step. And so this is going to be like 3 times a week if you have normal to oily hair, and then if you have normal to dry hair, then the next recipe is going to be your favorite, and we are going to do a deep conditioning hair mask. So we've got my hand mixer here to mix up some goodness, and for that we're going to just add 3 tablespoons of solid coconut oil to our mixing bowl. And I like to always use glass bowls when I'm doing my DIY creations, because just like for the same reason that we use pet grade plastic or we use glass bottles when we're doing our crafts, we don't want any of that plastic to break down from the essential oils. Yeah, I really hope you guys try this. And what's really neat is it's just a shift in thought process. It's just a little shift that you can do, that instead of using your conditioner, you are going to use this, and it's just amazing. Now, if you find it's not conditioning enough for you, you can certainly add maybe like a little dime size amount of the doTERRA conditioner or fractionated coconut oil or something like that into here, but I have a feeling you're going to really love this. And if you do, take a picture maybe of your hair normally, and then take a picture after your hair is dried with the apple cider vinegar rinse mixture, and I think you're going to really love it. So we've got our 3 tablespoons of solid coconut oil. Yeah, Preston's hair would look so cute. Oh my gosh, he has the cutest curly hair. He's just adorable. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of regular olive oil. And then we're going to add our essential oils. And again, I like to use complementary oils to the shampoo. So I'm going to use rosemary and peppermint. Yes. Yes, Lindsay, please try it again. I really hope that you have better results this time, because she tried a different recipe and just wasn't as happy with it. And so here we're going to do 8 drops of our rosemary. And 8 drops of peppermint. And I can't wait, if you guys try this, tag me and let me know what oils you're using. I can't wait to see what combos you come up with, because y'all are so creative, and I just love all the recipes that you come up with from mine. Because it really is, it's a baseline, you know, all these recipes, knowing how much water and castle soap to use are the basics. And then you can the world is your oyster, you can use whatever oils you have. And as always, if you don't have oils that I'm using, if you don't have spikenard, if you don't have cypress, use melaleuca and frankincense, or use your husband's favorite oil, use cedarwood and sandalwood, or, you know, whatever he likes. Let him smell the oils and decide for himself what oils that he wants to use in this. So then, using a hand mixer, all we're gonna do is just whip this up. Okay, and that was super duper easy. It doesn't get easier than that, right? Okay, so we're just gonna put this aside. And let me just wipe off my hands. We are making a deep conditioning hair mask if you have normal to dry hair, and then you can watch the replay, and we made a raw apple cider vinegar clarifying and conditioning spray, a leave-in spray, if you have normal to oily hair, instead of using those clarifying shampoos with chemicals and synthetics and all that nasty stuff that we don't want. So what we're gonna do is just take a shallow mason jar. You can use whatever you have in your house. You can use, you know, whatever you've got. Use whatever you got. And also, if you didn't catch my little clip on Instagram and on Facebook the other day, I think it was last night, save all your empty things. So save your body butter tubs, save your body scrub tubs from doTERRA, save all of those things, because you can totally use them for this recipe. You can store all your good DIYs in there. And this creamy mixture is our hair mask, and all we're gonna do is just spoon this into a jar, and whatever size, you can even just make this, you know, each time you go, because I would probably use this whole amount since I have really long and thick hair. And there you have it. Look at that beautiful hair mask. It's a little bright so you can't see. But what you're gonna do is, and this again is a little bit of a shift. Yeah, you can reuse glass food jars, whatever you have. This is going to be a little shift in your thought process, because most of the drugstore hair masks, or even expensive hair masks that you might find at Ulta or wherever, those normally instruct you to apply them to wet hair when you're in the shower. This you're gonna apply to dry hair. Again, we're shifting our thought process, we're kicking chemicals to the curb, so trust me on this. I would never lead you astray. If it doesn't work for you, you know, you can maybe tweak the ingredients, but I just love this. It is so cool. It's in the doTERRA blog book. I was so excited to try it, and it's just gonna rock your world. My hair has never been smoother and healthier, and I mean, I have really long hair, and to have long, healthy hair at the ends is really hard, and I work really hard to make sure that my hair is healthy, and it is just so fun. It's a beautiful gift, Alicia. You're totally right. You could totally blend these up. You can make like the women's version in one bottle, and then you could, you know, in one like little bag or whatever you want to do, and you can make a men's version, and you could you know, combine some of the other recipes we've made in weeks past. Like you can make the hair serum, the hair polishing serum, all that stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this hair serum, this deep conditioning hair mask, and we're going to put it on dry hair. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to use a wide tooth comb to distribute it all throughout the hair. So make sure that it's all throughout your hair. If you don't have a wide tooth comb, I would definitely recommend getting one from like Amazon or wherever. And then what you're gonna do is you are going to sit for about 15 or 20 minutes and let this soak in. Now this is a perfect opportunity for you to practice some self-care. So you can do your clay mask, you can soak your feet in magnesium for 20 minutes and zendocrine and cilantro and get those heavy metal toxicities out of your system, or kick whatever crud to the curb that might be happening this time of year because everyone's dropping like flies, right? You can put in your favorite essential oils like lavender or serenity or cedarwood and wild orange and balance, whatever you like. Make your own, you know, do your steam shower and have your mud mask on and have your hair in your mask, and then do your steam bath, whatever makes you happy. But this is an opportunity to practice self-care, and we are focusing on self-care this year in 2017 because you can't pour from an empty cup, right? So when you do your hair mask, let it sit like about, you know, 15 or 20 minutes if you can on dry hair. I can't stress that enough. Dry hair, dry hair, dry hair. And then what you're gonna do is rinse with shampoo like you normally do. So again, this might seem counterintuitive, but just trust me on it. You're going to condition the hair, right? and you're gonna seal the cuticle and make it really restored and everything. And you can do this once a week. You can do this maybe twice a month, depending on your hair type, your hair texture, your hair length. Just try it a couple times and see how you like it. I would maybe start with once every other week and see how your hair is doing. Especially if you live in a really snowy climate, you're gonna wanna maybe do this a little more often, because if it's really dry in the air. Also, like Alicia, you're in Arizona, so if you have really dry hair sometimes, then you can do this maybe once a week or so, but block off on your calendar. I know it sounds silly, but even if it's at 10 o'clock at night, or even if it's 11 o'clock at night, put it on your phone. Hair mask self-care time. Make yourself a hot bath, soak in your bath, have your hair mask on, have your face mask on, body scrub up your arms all the way to the shoulders, whatever you need to do to fill up your tank, do it. And your hair and your face are gonna thank you, because all these things are gonna help your face look and feel its best too. So, and then after you rinse like normal, then you can use your shampoo. And then of course, if you feel inclined, you can do your apple cider vinegar conditioning rinse, but you probably won't need to. So these are just some simple, affordable ways to do it yourself, to not only save money by doing it yourself, but by able to remove some toxic chemicals from your home, have fun, and involve your kids. Let your kids help you with this. There's absolutely nothing harmful. Your kids are totally capable of managing the hand mixer with your supervision. Let your kids experience these fun activities, and they will learn along with you. It's sensory activities. They can get their hands messy. They can learn all the smells and different properties of the oils as you're putting your hair masks on. Like maybe you and your kids can do it together. You can grab the boys, the girls, and everyone can do this too. It's not just for girls. The boys can totally do this too. And you know, you can flip through your Essential Life book and be teaching them all about the different therapeutic properties of the oils, and they're going to go to school and be telling their teacher, Miss Sarah, I just learned what peppermint is all about and where it's distilled and what part of the plant it comes from and what it can do for you. Like, it's just so amazing. So should you wash your hair first to rinse the hairspray? I'm not sure what you're asking, but what you'd want to do is, if you're going to do the leave-in conditioner treatment, you're going to want to do this before you do anything. So before you get in the shower, because this is on dry hair. So if you're going to do like a magnesium soak or bath, you can draw your bath, do your bath, put the mask on your hair while it's dry, and then when you've drained your bath and you're going to take a shower, then you can, you know, shampoo your hair to get the mask out like you normally would, and make sure that it's evenly distributed with your wide tooth comb. So I'll go back and listen. The comment went away too fast, so I'll be able to watch that and I can reach out to you. Yeah, you can put on, yes, you can put it on over product, yeah, because you're going to want to do this on dry hair. So most of the time you're not going to want to take a shower, wash your hair, dry your hair, to then put on your hair mask. So you can totally do it at the end of the day, or you know, whenever you have time. But these are just really simple ways for you to give your face a much better look, because you're not going to have those nasty chemicals on your sheets and all that. So we did our apple cider vinegar hair treatment leave-in detangler, and our DIY shampoo, and our hair mask. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Yes, I'm so glad. And what's also really important to remember, again, if we're going to be kicking those chemicals to the curb and we're making sure that the laundry detergent that we're using isn't toxic, you can use doTERRA's liquid, or you can make your own. And again, hashtag there's a scope for that. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can catch the replay of the laundry hacks and the laundry DIYs, where we did a laundry room makeover and we made our own laundry soap. And also don't forget to save your scoops from the Terra Greens and Trim Shake powder, because you can use them for your laundry detergent. And as always, you want to be using your dryer balls and not dryer sheets. And these are from the Keep It Real Living Apothecary, and these are the small, and you just put a few drops of essential oils on your dryer balls and stick them in the dryer instead of using the synthetic filled dryer sheets, because again, you're going to be laying on your bed and all those chemicals and nasty things are filling up your pores, and you don't want that. And then these are the jumbo large ones. And of course, if you guys want these, you definitely, oh yeah, the mask super duper duper will help with static. In fact, if you use the sandalwood oil, sandalwood is super great for removing static. So you can add sandalwood to your shampoo. You can use sandalwood in your hair serum as like a polishing serum, or you can even add the sandalwood oil to your apple cider vinegar conditioner spray. So totally, sandalwood will be your jam for static. And then of course, if you want to get your dryer balls, you still have an opportunity to get 20% off, because Raylene at the Keep It Real Living Apothecary is so sweet, and she offered her discount code to all of our followers, all of my followers and you all. So please share it, spread it far and wide. It's Hillary20 to get 20% off everything that you purchase in her shop. So I will tag and link her shop in my Periscope replay in a few minutes when I post that later tonight. tonight, and it's Hillary20 to get 20% off everything that you buy until the end of January. So that's until January 31st. But then from February 1st until the end of June, you can get 15% off all of those months. So that's Hillary15. So you definitely want to make sure that you got, oh, I'm glad. Yes, the deodorant is so amazing. I love it. And it's just one little thing at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. You don't have to overhaul every little thing that we talk about at the same time. Just baby steps, one issue, one oil, one drop at a time. Maybe one weekend you have a plan and you work on maybe 2 or 3 cleaners under your kitchen, in your kitchen cabinets. And then maybe another weekend you work on 1 or 2 products in your shower. And it's just over time, it's an evolution. So please don't feel overwhelmed. It's just one little thing at a time. There are videos on all these things. I've got like about 85 videos, I think now. I think this is my 85th Periscope. So there's so many resources I have available. Don't forget to also register for, you'll be able to get free tickets. There's about 5 or 6 tickets left for Dr. Laura and I's 2 Curls on Oil spa, virtual self-care spa night in on February 10th at, I believe it's 9 p.m. You can check out all the details. You need an Eventbrite ticket to do that. So you need a link to the virtual hangout space so that we'll all be seeing each other. It's going to be awesome. All the little squares of everyone, we're going to be able to see each other's face mask, and we're going to have a great time and hang out and practice some self-care, and it's going to be a really fun party, and we're going to hang out in the cloud. So make sure you get your tickets. Again, you can just do that by going to 2 Curls on Oil on Facebook, and you can click on the event page and then grab a Eventbrite ticket. They're free, but they're a limited number because the Zoom is the profile that we use, the platform for the virtual hangout space, and it only allows us a certain number of spots, so that's why that is limited. But hopefully you will join us. I can't wait to see you there. And if you need support or you want to get started with essential oils, I would love to be that support and mentor for you. We have tools, resources, education, and support for you, just waiting to share that with you and waiting to open up this awesome treasure trove of essential oils, and it's just baby steps. So I hope that you will be encouraged to try some of these, and if you do, I would love to see them on social media. You can always tag me or send me a message. I can't wait to hear from you guys, and I will see you next week. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye!